Hello. Oh, hi. Hi. Oh my God, it's been so long. I feel like that's always like my first sentence. Um, if you are still around, thank you so much. If you're new, super big welcome. My name is Sarah, and I am coming to you from Northeast Ohio, just east of Cleveland. And it's like been too long. I'm like stressed out about it. It's been like almost 2 months. Has it been that long? It's been a really, really, really long time. I know it was definitely before Mother's Day because I was planning on talking about like my Mother's Day plans on my like next video. And now that feels like totally pointless because it was so long ago. I have so much to talk about. I am going to make this 2 separate videos. For 2 reasons. The main reason, my phone, which is what I record on, cannot handle like uploading long videos. I just like don't have enough storage space. I've tried to get rid of every single possible app and thing that I can, and I just can't win that game. So I really have to keep this around 30 minutes. It seems to be what my phone can handle the best. Other reason, which probably should be the more important reason, I have been really sick the past, I'm better now, but I don't know, like all last week. And I just still have like a lingering cough. So when I talk a lot, it just like kind of exacerbates everything. So anyway, like I'm fine. It was just like a gross sinus infection, but it's just like, blech, still. So I don't even know how to catch you guys up on life stuff because life has been extra lifey, which is why I haven't been able to record. And I don't know if you really care about my life. So let's just get into the knitting. On today's video, I want to talk about my May stats, which again seems pointless because it was so like long ago. And then I want to also talk about all of my finished objects because I have a crazy amount. And not that this is ever knitting and crafting and making should never be a comparison. We always like talk about that, but yet, we still do it. But I feel like personally for me, it's like a lot. And I'm really, really excited about some of the stuff I finished. Other stuff, I'm just glad to like have it done and off my needles. So I'm going to do that today. And then in my next video, which I hope to actually be like really, really soon, is all of the yarn and acquisitions I've gotten since my last video, because it's been like unfortunately for my wallet an obscene amount, but I'm really excited about it, of course. So I want to talk about all the yarn that I've gotten and then my plans for the rest of summer. What is today? June 22nd. It's my best friend's 40th birthday. Yay! So summer has literally just started here in the Northern Hemisphere officially 2 days ago. So I don't love knitting for the season, in the season that we're in, but I do have 2 summer finished objects that I'm going to show today, and I think maybe I've just never really made summer knitwear or crochet wear, so I didn't realize how fast it worked up. So I'm going to keep like riding that train for a while because I bought some yarn for some other summer things. So we'll talk about that in the next video. Let's stop yammering about that for right now. Let's first do May stats, get those guys out of the way. So again, or if you're new here, I keep track of how many projects I've started, how many I have finished, and then how much yarn grams in and out I've done each month. My goal always being finished objects and yarns out higher than what I have started and brought in. And then I just keep it on track here. This is my make 9 for the year, which I want to talk about that today too, since we are in June, so we're halfway through. And then I just keep my projects just like, this is just one of those bullet journals. I just find it easiest for me to keep track of it, and I really enjoy like looking back and seeing all my stats and having kind of like a diary of, or a journal, I guess, of everything I've made. So for May, I started 4 projects, and I finished 5. So that's exciting. My ins and outs did not equal quite nearly as I had hoped, but I had 1,914 grams in, yikes, and 1,506 grams out. So that's a lot out. But I'm still positive 408 for the month. So, you know, I'm not keeping track. I'm only keeping track monthly, and then I'll add up all my totals at the end of the year. I don't like seeing like a running calculation like month to month. So that's all that stuff. And then put that guy away. Okay, let's talk about my finished objects really quick. I finished 2 baby blankets, a shawl that's huge and basically a blanket in itself, 2 summer tops, and 1, 2, 3, 4.5 pairs of socks. I mean, right? I mean, that, I feel like that's good. I'm really excited about it. All right, let's, these are in no particular order at all, but I also am very excited because I had said a while ago that I wanted to start trying to keep also track of my expenses for each project. And again, this is not for any reason, just for like my own knowledge, I guess. So I did with all of these projects, I have how much the pattern cost me, potentially how much the yarn cost me. I'll go over that when I go over each project. And then what else? Oh, how like my start and stop date. So like how many days total it took me to make everything, which I thought that was really interesting too. And it, when I added up the days, it like made sense for some of these projects, because some I just like didn't want to work on. Okay, let's start with some socky socks. So these 3.5 pairs of socks, and I say half because 2 pairs are baby socks, so I didn't really know how to count them because they're not at all like full socks, and they took me like 2 seconds to work up. But this whole, all of these that I'm about to show you are from Polka Dot Creek yarn, which they are out of Alberta, Canada. And this is the color set Brain Freeze. First I have to say I love polka dot yarn. Like it's so squishy and soft and so lovely to work with. It's amazing. I went through a period, these are actually from a long time ago. I should have kept track of when I bought the yarn. Next time, that would have been so good. But anyway, I bought tons and tons of sock sets from them, like probably, I don't even know, like 10, not at one time, but just like over a period. And I've loved them all so much. And I have so much sock yarn that just sits in my sock cabinet. And sorry, I really just, well, you know, everyone wants to work through their stash. And that was supposedly a goal of mine, and I wasn't supposed to buy any yarn. And then here we are making a whole video about it next time. Okay, let's just. So these I made for myself, and they're just vanilla socks. Look how good these. So it comes with 2 contrast colors, this sock set did, and then this is the main color. I mean, how, oh my god. And then I did a little, I don't know, I don't really know what I was doing. I'm not very creative, but I wanted to use up both of the contrast colors, and I didn't want to do, I don't know. I have no idea. I do know what happened slightly. I was inspired by a Summer Lee pattern. When I was like caking the yarn up, I have her project sock book, whatever that first one's called. And on the cover, there was like some socks with like stripes at the cuff or near the cuff. And I was like, oh my god, I'm gonna do that. They're great, and they're so cozy. And this speckled colorway is like phenomenal. And you know what I really love and respect highly of Polka Dot Creek yarn is the few sock sets that I have used from them. Their speckles are so even. And if you knit with hand-dyed yarn, I hope you know what I mean. Like, I've had some hand-dyed yarn that's just like really heavy speckled in some areas, and then it's just not even. And theirs is always even, and I don't know how they do it so perfectly, but I could go on and on about Polka Dot Creek. I really, really, really love that. So, because I super enjoyed this color so much, I typically, after I make a sock pair, I always have extra, and I'll just like put it in like a bin. But I loved this colorway so much, I just wanted to literally keep knitting with it. So I ended up making my cousin who's pregnant with twins. I made her a mommy and me sock set for her baby shower, which is coming up next weekend, I think. So I made her a pair of shorties because that's what she prefers. And she has like little baby American feet. So these were like super quick to work up because I didn't even have to make the foot near as long as mine. So just a set of shorty vanilla socks, no big deal. Oh my God. And then, are you ready for this? Freaking look at these. So she's having a boy and a girl, not to be like color gendered or anything. I just literally had these two contrasts, and that's just what I did. So I did these little micro stripings, and then at the cuff, I did wind. What happened? Oh, I think you can. So I actually literally used this entire main colorway, and I ran out of yarn. So I had to use extra pink at the toe. Like if you see the pink toe is a little bit longer than the blue toe, because I literally ran out of yarn, which was the most exciting thing ever, because I don't know if I've ever actually run out of a main hank of sock yarn. So I was so giddy. I was so giddy because these are like so freaking cute, and then I was giddy because like I used it all. So those are 2.5 socks, or whatever you want to talk about or label them, I guess. And then these are the two contrast colors. So I still have a good bit of these, and these are like, oh my God, I love their dyeing. Like they're so vibrant and saturated. These are great colors. Okay, so those are those. And then my last set of socks I have are made with a Yarnable when I was still subscribing to that. This was, I think, her January 2025 colorway. And then the color is Dynamite. There we go. This is what it caked up looks like. Super fun color. And my son wants some socks out of that, so that'll be good. I should be able to hopefully use up most of that. And then with these, I should have put these on sock blockers. I made the Rhinebeck Roomies, which is a pattern by Kay the Crazy Sock Lady, Kayla, out of it. And then, you know, hold on, let me put these on with these. Oh my God. No. We have to go back. I did. Oh my God. I spent so much time getting these stats together, and then I didn't even talk about them. Oh my gosh. Okay, so these striped socks, I cannot tell you how excited I was this is how excited I was to knit with this colorway. So these literally took me 5 days. That's insane for me to knit socks. Like it will take me like roughly like a week plus. But these only took me 5 days. So the pattern was free because they're just vanilla socks. And then the sock set, which was the main skein and both contrast colors, I had bought it on sale, so it was $30.40. $30.40, yes. I'm not including taxes or shipping in any of my costs of yarn because I just like can't. Like it doesn't matter that much to me. So these took me 5 days, and then these 2 baby socks and the shorties for my cousin took me 10 days. So 2 adult socks, 2 baby socks out of a sock set for $30.40. I'm here for it. Okay, back to, did I say everything? I said everything. Okay, so back to these guys. Oh, let me put it. Oh my God. I'm just so excited. I don't even know what I'm doing. All right, maybe you guys can see this better. So these are the Rhinebeck Roomies. It's a really easy 4-row repeat texture pattern. And these actually, this is funny. I started these in May, and then Kayla happened to, these were her like sock pattern of the month or whatnot. So I think these were on sale, or maybe all of her patterns were on sale this month, but she's been doing lately like a pattern of the month and that being on sale. So it's just kind of funny that she like picked this and I was already working on it. I felt a little special. These took me a long time to get done. Yes. So these were, where are these on my, so the pattern was $3 and the yarn was $38, I think. So the yarn was in my Yarnable box, which at that point in January, I was still buying the full box with like all the goodies to it. So I just went on her, I think I just went on her website, like, cause she sometimes sells like the extra skeins. And I think I just tried to guesstimate from there what a mini sock and the 100-gram were, because this did come with a, I'm so unprepared. This did come with this mini. It's called the T-Rexcellent. It's a really pretty green. I just didn't want to, sometimes I just like don't feel like adding contrast, honestly, because I just don't feel like weaving in the ends and having like 2 balls or cakes in my sock bag. That's really the only reason. So I'm so sorry. So I started these May 17th and finished these June 18th. So they took me 33 days. I didn't want to knit on them. I just didn't. It's a great pattern. I just wanted them done. I was too excited about other projects, so they just kept kind of getting pushed aside. And then I really, really wanted to start another pair of socks. And I was like, I can't not finish these because otherwise they won't get finished. They're a little small on me too, which I knew while I was trying them on, but I didn't want to alter it at all. I have a hard time with my tension when there are, not yarn overs. I don't want to like give anything away, but one of the parts of the repeat, I have a hard time getting proper tension on when I'm doing magic loop. So, and I didn't want to do 9-inch circulars. Magic loop is really like my preferred sock method for the moment. So they're a little tight. I'll still totally wear them, but I was just done. You know, you just have those projects that you're just like, you're over it, you're done. That was me, like, on the leg of it. So I powered through, got them done. Very excited to have them done and like done. Next. Okay, I do not have the finished objects. I've already gifted it, but I do have a picture that of course I will put in probably over here because it seems like I'm leaning this way. And this was the Rainbow Ripple Baby Blanket, which is a free pattern. And the yarn was also free because it was from my mom's yarn stash. So it was made with this Premier Puzzle, which is a 100% acrylic yarn. That's what the colorway looks like. Oh, sorry, there's like a huge glare from my ring light. And the colorway is Cat's Cradle. I don't know if that's focusing. I will, again, like I said, put a picture over here. One of the gals I work with, what is pregnant, and they were having like a little work shower for her. It's actually not even why I made it, because I started making it before I even knew they were having a work baby shower. I just wanted to gift her something. She's like a really hard worker, and she's on our team most of the time. And I just, I just wanted to do something nice. I feel like every baby deserves a handmade blanket, and I was just excited to do it for her. So pattern free, yarn free. I made this in 4 days. I made it at the beginning of May for her, and it literally took me 4 days. It was such an enjoyable project. I will say though, I did get through, I used 2 full skeins of this yarn, and I got through almost 1 and had to rip it all out because I realized that I didn't pay attention to the pattern. And it's a very easy pattern, but I got a little cocky and thought I knew what I was doing. And when like the shape of it was like turning out a little weird, I realized I messed up. So in typical me fashion, I did have to rip the majority of the blanket out, but it's fine. Like I said, I mean, I still got it done in 4 days. It was so fast. The yarn is is the yarn bulky? And I'm pretty certain you could make it with any, yeah, it's a weight 5. I'm pretty certain, I don't see why she probably even says it on the pattern page, but you can make it with like any weight yarn. You just have to adjust your hook size. It is crochet. It was great. Like, I get the hype now. Like, I know Kayla, the Crazy Sock Lady, has made some. I know What's Her Sweet Face by Therapy by Craft has made a few of them as well. Like, it's great. And if you have color changing yarn, it's like you're golden. It would be beautiful in a solid color too, but I think that the original pattern is made with like stripes. And I'm sorry, I don't like weaving in ends. and I just don't. And when it's a gift knit, I worry that it's gonna like somehow unravel, or I'm gonna mess it up or whatever. So I was so glad I had color changing yarn. It had really like delicate pinks and purples and oranges and white in it. So it was just like a great color palette, and it turned out really cute, and she really liked it and was appreciative, which of course is like always just nice, you know. So that's that baby blanket. And then let's talk about my second baby blanket. So this is the second blanket for my cousin. I had shown the first baby blanket a while ago. I got that done lickety split too, because it was with bulky yarn and it was a super fun pattern. So this one I ended up doing the little mitered stripes. The pattern is free from Purl Soho's website. The yarn, I cannot even guess as to the cost of it, because I purchased it literally probably 6 years ago. So that receipt is long gone. This ended up being such a slog and took me so long to get done. I started it April 22nd and didn't finish it until May 31st. It took me 40 days to work on it. It was just one of those ones that it just seemed never ending. It's a really small hook, needle. I don't remember what I used, but I just wanted it to be like not stiff, but like I didn't want it to be loose because of what the pattern looks like. You can see a little sneak peek of it right here. And I honestly, probably took me so long too, because I was a little hesitant with, I tried to math it on my own, which I'm definitely not confident in doing, because the pattern is rectangular, and I just wanted to make it square so that it matched the same size as the other baby blanket I had made her. So I wasn't sure if anything was going to work out, and it almost did. It's fine. It's totally fine. The only part that, well, hold on. Let me show you first. Let me stand up. All right. So this is what it looks like whole. And then I'll show you close up. So I just used 2 different color blues for it. And again, not trying to like gender colors. It's just literally like what I had that wasn't pink. In stash. And then what is great about it, and the like whole thing of the pattern, is like this mitered stripe right here. So it is a really fun pattern. I would consider making it again. I just felt like I was a little pressed for time too, because I just had some other things coming up that I just wanted to get it done. So it all worked out. The part that didn't work out though with my math is because I don't know how to properly explain it, but I decreased the amount of stitches I was casting on, and because it was going to be a square, I thought I could do an even number of stitches on, you start it, it's like one long stripe, and then it ends up working from bottom to side up. You probably would know that, I guess, by looking at it. So I thought I could just do an even number of stitches on the bottom and the side, and that it would just like come to a point, but it didn't, because your side stitches end up being more if you just have equal amounts on your, I'm not describing this well, but it didn't work out. I had to like fudge some math here at the end. Like I had to do a couple knit 2 togethers on a side that you weren't supposed to, but anyway, I think it's fine. Like I don't think that you can really, I really don't think you can see, be honest, can you? I feel like it looks fine. I feel like it looks fine. Oh my God, it is really fun. It is really fun. And what's so great is you don't have to, you just do yarn, not yarn overs, but like, it just has this kind of edging. So you have nothing to weave in. You have 2 ends, 2 yarn ends at this end and 2 yarn ends at this end. It was magical. And I used like giant balls of yarn. So I didn't even have like, I didn't run out of yarn. And I still have like so much yarn left actually. I know it's made with Guerin. I think I have it. Yeah. Oh, I don't have the tag for it anymore. But it's made with these Guerin pound something or others. It's not Red Heart Pound of Love. It's like a Guerin brand. But I literally still have this much left. I made this whole, I don't even understand. Like, how do I have this much left? it doesn't make sense. I had originally bought these 2 yarns to crochet some rugs for my bathroom. They were really cute. I wonder if I have those. I don't know where they are, but it was a really cute checkered pattern. So I wanted to buy acrylic anyway because I knew I was going to be washing it a lot. And I still, honest to goodness, feel like I have enough to like finish. I abandoned the rug, obviously, but I feel like I could finish the rug. Like, why is there so much yarn left? It's just crazy to me. Anyway, so oh, and then this is the back of it, which is also really pretty. So nice little 2-for-1 there. So glad that that's done too, because like I said, her baby shower, it is in a week. I know it is actually. So I have the 2 blankets for her, the mommy and me socks, and then of course I got her some stuff from her registry too. So all good there. Okay, we're almost done. Are you still with me? We're almost at 30 minutes. Oh boy. I finished my half and half triangle wrap, which is a free pattern from Purl Soho. So let's talk about the monies. Okay, the yarn was just less than $116, and that does include tax and shipping, because that was the only thing I bought for the purchase, so it was easy to figure out. So $116 that's a lot of money. To me, that's a lot of money. I don't know what happened. I got in a little bug, and just they had a kit, so I didn't even have to like choose like the color combo, and I just bought it. This took me a long time also. So I started this April 1st and I finished it May 29th. So it took me 59 days to make. And the first half was a joy. The second half was a slog. I'm not actually even sure which way this goes. So let me just half and half it, I guess, here. All right, so this is the green side, and this is with their linen quill. And this color is called like clover green or something. It is very much like a shamrock green. It's just not coming up very well. And then this is the blue side of it, which is, again, linen quill. I can't say the name, vintage celadon maybe, or, oh, there we go. Can you see it? So this is the blue. And I would make this again, even though it was a slog. But I will make it way smaller, because this is literally like, it's so big, I don't even know how to wear it. Like, I don't know how to wear it. Let me show you how big it is. It's ginormous. I mean, it's literally like bigger than a lap blanket. So I don't know. I don't know how to wear it. I don't know what to do with it. I don't know if I'll ever use it. It might just end up being like something for home, because I don't know. You can't wear it like that. It's more just like over your shoulders, I guess. But it's pretty expensive to like not like enjoy out of the house. I don't know. I pictured it as like a nice just wrap, like maybe over sundresses and stuff, like over the summer when it's cooler at night. But again, it's like something that I would have to always like hold closed, or I could maybe like knot it in the back, I guess, and wear it like a shrug. I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do with it. I am glad I have it, and I'm glad that I did the pattern, because it's like a really popular one. But if I made it again, I think I already said this, I would definitely there's a smaller version. I made the bigger version because that's just what I do. But the smaller version I like, and it is of course like super toasty because it's doubled. And the linen quill does not bother me at all. Like there are some, oh here's a good spot to show you. There is like some vegetable matter. I don't know if it's whatever you call it. Like there's matter that's like, can you see like there's like a speckle right there? I don't know if you can see it really well, but if you've worked with linen quill, you know what I mean. Oh, here's a bunch right there. That like just doesn't get dyed. Like all right there. But it is a great pattern. It's very, I like it. I'm glad I have it. I want to be able to find like a proper use for it. I already went over the stats with that, and that was a big honker too. Like that took a lot of grams out of my May stats. That was probably like the biggest one. Okay, so now I'm really excited for these two things. So these are the 2 summer garments that I made. We will first talk about what should we talk about first? the Whiteshell tank, which is a pattern by, oh my gosh, what's her sweet face? Janine, Myska, you know, put it here. The pattern and the yarn together were $16.80. It was a bundle from Lion Brand. So when you buy their bundles, they include the pattern with it. So it was $17 for the pattern and the yarn. And the yarn is the 24/7 Cotton DK by Lion Brand in the colorway Nightshade. Oh, sorry, it keeps focusing on me. I don't know how to do this. There we go. This cotton yarn was a complete joy to work with. It was really soft. It wasn't splitty at all. The pattern called for my size, 4 balls, 3 balls, 4 balls. I can't remember. And I have a whole extra untouched ball left over. And this is what I have left out of the ball that I was working on. And this is her in all of her glory. This thing took forever to dry after I blocked it because it's like, it's heavy. You're not gonna, you know, it's dark yarn, but I love the armhole shaping that she does. And the pattern was super easy. Like each row or round was super easy to memorize. It's really great. I really like it a lot. I'm gonna try it on, if you don't mind me changing here real quick. I tried it on pre-blocking, but I have not tried it on post, so I do know that it fits me, but I don't know if it's grown in length at all, which is fine if it did. I don't care that much. I'll probably end up tucking it in, to be honest. Okay, so this is it finished. My belly button's right here, so it's a very good length. The armholes are not too tight, I don't think. The neckline is not too tight at all. The waistline is not too tight. And the bottom hem doesn't even have, sorry, I'm wearing a pink shirt under it. I guess that's pretty obvious. Yeah, right? I mean, I don't feel like the armholes are too tight. They're right there, but they don't feel too tight at all. Can you see the texture? It's really nice. And then I'll probably wear like a navy tank top under it. And then, yeah, so the hem, I don't even know if you can see that well, but there's no, what am I trying to say? There's nothing at the hem. When you're done, you're done. So that was nice too. So that's this guy. I'm really excited to have it. I'm really excited to have it, especially just because like it's just now gotten warm here. So it'll be nice to have this. I'm excited. All right. And then my last one, I did technically save the best for last because I feel like I'm most proud of this one. So this is the Salty Air Tea by Samantha Guerin. The pattern cost me $6 and the yarn cost me about $30. And the reason I don't know for sure is because I bought the yarn so long ago that KnitPicks no longer like has my order like under my name, or maybe I didn't have like a profile created yet or something. So this yarn has to be from like 2022. So I just took their like what it is for sale right now. And it actually is on sale, and I'm certain that I would have bought it on sale. So it is the Hawthorne fingering weight in the colorway Compass Kettle Dye. And it's an 80% superwash fine Highland wool and 20% polyamide. I guess I didn't say what all the other yarns were, but they're like sock yarns. And then the baby blankets are acrylics. Oh, and the wrap is linen quill. I did say that. So that's this guy. So this is my first ever round yoke shirt. It's not my first lace pattern, but it's my first completed lace pattern because I have another whip that is from forever ago that's not finished, the Emmanuel T, which I actually now, after finishing this, think I have to rip that all out, but I'll talk about that. So this is literally all I have left. I made an error when I ordered this yarn. I don't know what I was thinking, but I did not know how to math. And she literally tells you how many yards you need for your size, and I did not buy it. This was not enough. I should have bought a third hank of it. I only bought 2. So it is a little more cropped than what I personally prefer. I don't sorry, I don't do cropped tops at all. It's just for my comfort. It's nothing against anything else. I just like, I just am not comfortable in my body enough to wear them. So I was hoping that with the blocking, it would, I didn't know what it was going to do in blocking, because I really do mostly work with acrylics, which don't do anything in blocking. So I didn't know what was going to happen. So I just literally blocked it and laid it on a towel to dry. I didn't pin it or do anything aggressive with it, because I just wanted to see what it would do first naturally. I love it so much. Okay, so this is her beauty, and I love the tonal and what it does. It's not as dramatic in real life as it's showing on camera, or I guess maybe it is and I didn't realize it. But this lace work is so beautiful. And this, honestly, this shirt taught me how to do yarn overs. And when I say it out loud, sounds so stupid, but I have been doing yarn overs wrong. And I realized, okay, I don't know how to describe this properly, but when you're doing a yarn over before a knit stitch and a yarn over before a purl stitch, I was not doing them the same way. I was doing what felt naturally to me, because you don't know what you don't know, right? So I didn't realize there was only one way to do yarn overs. And I noticed this, sorry, when I did my Felix cardigan, and I had even talked about it in one of those videos, that when you do it one way, it makes because those were all before knit stitches. So when you do it one way, it makes each of the like yarn over holes smaller than doing it the other way. And I was like, oh my gosh, am I doing this wrong? So I tried doing a bit with them the opposite way, and I didn't like how big the holes were. And then I was watching Amber from A Lovely Yarn, and she was happened to be wearing her Felix pullover, and her holes were much larger than mine. So I was like, oh, so she's doing it the way I'm not doing it. I like the way I'm doing it because I like the holes smaller, which then of course like don't pronounce the like pattern increases as much, but I was totally okay with it. I liked it better. Well, for this, you're doing yarn overs before knits and before purls. So after I had gotten through literally like half of these rows, I realized that it didn't look right, and I couldn't figure out why. And then I remembered back to my Felix cardigan, and I was like, well, shoot. So then I actually watched a video on how to do yarn over, and I was like, okay, so the way I felt most comfortable doing them, or natural doing them before knit stitches, was completely wrong. And obviously, like, I didn't want the pattern, it just didn't look right. And I should have taken a picture of it, but I didn't. So I ripped it all back, and I just did the yarn overs the way you're supposed to do yarn overs. And now I know how to do yarn overs. So that's exciting. Which then leads to me thinking about my manual tee, because I don't know if there were any yarn overs before purl stitches on that. So I honestly might rip the whole thing out, which is sad because I think I have like almost the whole body done. But anyway, I want it to be right, and if it's not right, it'll drive me crazy. So we'll see. I have to reevaluate that, but I'm in no state to do another lace pattern right now, although I did really love doing a lace pattern, and I think it might be my jam, but like I just needed like a little palette cleanser. So this is this. Let me try it on. Okay, so this is it finished. So my belly button is right here, so it is like I said, it's a bit more cropped than what I prefer, but it's okay. I'm gonna put a video here, I think, of I tried it on and took a video of it pre-blocking because I personally wanted to see what it would look like. I stupidly did not take any measurements though of it pre-blocked, which would have been really helpful. But there's not like, I mean, I really enjoy the ease, the positive ease on it. It's not like too much, it's not too little, it's not boxy feeling at all. So that's good. And let me show you up front, like the lace pattern. It's just, you know, I always figured like this was so naive of me. I always figured that lace patterns were like easy to come up with. I'm like, yeah, you just like do stuff. But then I'm like, no, like this, like so much work goes into this, and I'm just so, I actually am excited to do another lace pattern. They're so feminine and pretty. So that's that. And I'm really excited to have yellow. I really love yellow. I don't think it's like necessarily like my color, but yellow's so cheery to me, and I just really like it. I love it. The neckline is perfect. The sleeves, I did do them to pattern. I didn't modify these at all. I think I may have actually done like maybe one extra row, but you know, they're not too loose, they're not too tight. They're really, really perfect. I just wish it was a little bit longer. No, there's nothing I can do about that now unless I want to buy another like skein of it, which I don't like. I don't want to rip back and add it in. I did play yarn tricking though, and I lost, and I was really bummed about it. The bottom ribbing calls for either an inch or 8 rounds. I can't remember what the pattern says. So I was running really close, but I did the full set of rounds you were supposed to and bound off. I had 28 stitches to bind off, and I had no more yarn, and I was really bummed about it. So I just ripped back the bind off, ripped back the last round, and then just omitted the last round. So I guess I did make that modification, but it's not really like, it wasn't on purpose. It was out of like pure necessity. But I'm happy. The pattern, it was my first time doing a Samantha Guerin pattern. Even I do have a couple of them already purchased in my library from, I think like a couple years ago. And it was so well written. The counts, you know, she gives you the counts at all the appropriate places. It was just really, really good. It was a really easy to follow pattern. I think I also have her, I can't remember the name of it, like the petal crop or petal flower crop or petal something. And I have that, and I actually purchased yarn for that at the same time I purchased yarn for this. So that's like definitely in the back of my mind. I'm not sure if it's quite in my summer plans because, well, next video, I'm talking about this next video. But you know what, I am super, super embarrassed because I meant at the very, very beginning of this to thank, I don't know if you want me to say your name, so I won't, but there was a viewer in my very last video, my last one, I can't remember, the time just goes away. When I was talking about my Felix cardigan and how I'm going to rip it out, and I really want to do the Felix pullover, and I was just going to try to figure out like how to convert a cardigan pattern to a pullover pattern, and she like was so kind and gifted me the pattern through Ravelry, and I just it just like made my heart swell. And I don't mean to sound like so dramatic about somebody buying a pattern for me, but it was just like such a thoughtful, it was just so thoughtful, and I don't think she has any idea like how much it meant to me. And I did message her back on Ravelry to like thank her, and it was just like, you know, it's just like everything like always like happens when it's supposed to, right? Unfortunately, like I didn't actually see the message and the purchase for a few days on Ravelry because I don't know if like there's notifications you're supposed to turn on or what, but I always just use it on my phone, so I don't see the little like inbox message like notification, and I don't even know what had me go to that like tab on my phone, but I did, and it was a couple days after she purchased it. So I'm really sorry, and I hope I did not offend you with my late response. But I was having dinner with my family, and it was just like one of those, it was just like a bad time, and like everybody was complaining about dinner, and everybody was just complaining about everything, and I had like kind of a rough day anyway, so I just was like, I literally like left the dinner table crying and just like went to my room just for like some solitude and just like get it together. And I was just like so upset, and I was just like bawling my bloody eyes out, and I don't even remember it was nothing in the end, right? But I was just like so upset, and I was just like on Ravelry, and I had gone to that thing, and I saw that there was an inbox message, and I figured it was just like a pattern update from something I'd already bought. And it was like, it was her message, and just saying just very kindly that she purchased it for me because she didn't want me to like struggle trying to figure out how to convert. And it just made me cry like different tears, right? Tears of joy. And it was just so thoughtful, and it literally came at such a perfect time, right? And it's just nice to know that there's like people out there that are nice and wonderful and thoughtful. And I really appreciated it. So thank you again. I think that's everything. I was going to talk about what I've been reading, because that's been a slew of things too, but like my phone already is not going to be able to handle this time frame. So I'm going to end here. I hate outros. I always make them awkward. I will see you very, very soon with my acquisitions and some plans I have coming up. And I will also share at that point what I am currently working on. So thank you guys so much for hanging out and still being here and sticking it out with me. I appreciate you, and I'll see you guys soon.